This is Steam Deck. Steam Deck is our powerful, portable, handheld gaming PC that lets you take your Steam library.
By the way, I want one of these. I don't think I would use it very much. This is this is one of those things like a nice to have kind of thing. Like, have this and a case, throw it in my backpack, just have it. Like, I don't know. I feel like hopping on fucking Silk Song for 10 minutes at like when I'm waiting for like a doctor's appointment or something like that is better than like going on Reddit. I think it's like genuinely healthier. It's more engaging and it's not just like sad. Steam Cloud is doo-doo. Is it though? I thought the Steam Cloud was pretty good. Been wanting one for a while. Picking this over the Switch 2 this year for Black Friday. Yeah, you absolutely should get this over the Switch 2. You can probably emulate Switch 2 games on this. Like, probably. I use Steam Cloud all the time. It works great. I don't use it because I only play games on this computer, but I've never had problems with like Steam saves having issues.
PC that lets you take your Steam library with you anywhere. We're pretty proud of it. People who own Steam Decks have been playing everywhere, and we couldn't be happier with the response we've heard from all of you.
I'm worried if I get a Steam Deck this year, they'll come with a Steam Deck 2. Maybe. But also, it's still a really banger console.
Excited to talk about the future of Steam Deck, but not today, because this isn't a video about the future of Steam Deck. This is a video about the future of Steam hardware. Today, we're announcing 3 new members of the Steam hardware lineup. All connect you with powerful PC gaming. All are optimized for gaming with Steam, and all are shipping in early 2026.
So
let's start with
options like ROG Ally. True. Okay, I have 2 comments about this one. I'll say them as they come up. Okay, this
is the new Steam controller.
Please, for the love of fucking God, please. I really need them to have 2 variants of this. They need to have one that is like this, with the thumbsticks both at the bottom, and they need to have one that is like this, with thumbstick here and a thumbstick up here. Because so many fucking, I would say probably more than half people that play, half the people that play console on, or use controllers on PC are using Xbox controllers, and they are used to this. It looks so uncomfy. I don't think it actually does. Like, that big chunk at the bottom, that's not in the way. That wouldn't change anything. Cheers. That big chunk at the bottom wouldn't change anything. My fingers, I don't wrap my fingers don't do this, right? Like, I'm not holding it like this. I'm holding it like this, and my fingers are well below that line. The Xbox stick layout is simply better. I agree. If you want an Xbox controller, use an Xbox controller. I want an Xbox controller with gyro and touchpads. You're never going to get that from Xbox, ever. You're never going to get it. All controllers feel awkward in my hands. That's this, yes, but I want the joystick to be different in a different spot. That's what I'm saying. I think that they need to have 2 variants of this. One that is joysticks at the bottom, one where the left one and the D-pad are swapped. They have to. They need to. Like I would not buy one of these if they didn't. Pick one, and then I'm going to pick the Xbox. But that's dumb. They shouldn't do that. They should just have both. Like, it wouldn't hurt them to do that.
The new Steam controller puts all of your Steam...
I think the Xbox stick layout is protected. There's no way. There can't be. There's no way that they would... No, there's no way.
Steam games at your fingertips, so you can play wherever and however you want.
By the way, I don't know if you caught that.
Is the new Steam controller. The new Steam controller puts all of your Steam games at your fingertips.
I don't know if this is... I don't know if they mean this literally. I believe they're implying you can install games onto the controller. And then you can connect it to any computer, I think, and then play it. Is that what they're saying? Or am I misinterpreting that? So I think that's what they're saying. Because that's, I mean, you'll see later, there's another device. If it works like family mode, maybe. There's another device that they have that is the case. So I think maybe the case with the controller too. I don't know. It might have actually be the reason you haven't made a second stream controller or a second Steam controller yet because they had patent issues. Maybe, I don't know.
So you can play wherever and however you want.
Oh yeah, no, Dad Rat's right. I don't know if that's what you're talking about. But this is a Switch controller. Joystick up here, joystick down here. It's dusty, but like this is a joystick, or this is a Switch controller. There's no way that Xbox has any sort of patent or anything on it. Nintendo would never. They would never. Switch Pro controller goated. They're pretty good. They're actually, I kind of like them. I wish there was more support for them on PC.
Deck, we want you to be able to play any game with your Steam controller. Even games never built with
talking about virtual game IDs being saved to the
all the great
controller. Yeah.
Deck, like trackpads, gyro, and back
trackpad
buttons.
layout is a patent issue. That trackpad can stay where it is, though. I'm not talking about that. I'm talking about the analog sticks. That's the only thing I'm talking about.
All in a comfortable form factor.
Also, if you see, it does have the buttons on the back.
Pads, gyro, and back
like the Pro controllers do. Great, awesome, love to see it.
Its next generation magnetic thumbsticks let you play with improved responsiveness and longevity.
So they mentioned that twice. Longevity. I think they're trying to say we won't have stick drift without saying it, so that no one blames them when it maybe does. I think they're trying to actually, because you can make controllers that don't have stick drift using magnets. So I'm assuming that's what this is, right? Because stick drift has been a problem in every controller, like forever. They've been worse lately. I don't know why, but it's been a problem forever. And if they can fix that, that's going to be a huge fucking deal for them. I know what you're talking about. What I'm saying is the layout of the design is affected by patents. Their hands were tied in some ways by patents. Okay, I mean, like, maybe, but I don't think that's going to make it so they can't move the stick. Maybe we're having two different conversations, but I don't know. What I'm talking about is I just want a Xbox-shaped controller variant that you can buy.
We put capacitive touch sensors on the thumbsticks and now on the back of the controller too, so you can enable precision gyro aiming with the
I don't really know what this part means.
Pinky, if you're feeling fancy.
I don't know what capacitive gyro means. I don't know what that means.
Way too long with a rechargeable lithium-ion battery that allows for over 35 hours of playtime. With Steam Controller, we want to make charging and wireless pairing something that's actually easy. That's why we created the Puck. The Puck is a...
By the way, this is the best part of the whole thing. You don't need to press the button for it to detect your finger, like a phone screen. No, I know, but how does that have anything to do with gyro? I don't understand. It does make it so they can't move the stick. If they put the analog sticks where you want them, there's nowhere for the second trackpad because patents. That doesn't make any sense. That's not how patents work, though. Like, that doesn't... I guess I see what you're saying. Yeah, the D-pad is bigger than the thumbstick, but like there's gotta be a way to get around that. There has to be. But now that you mention that they probably don't have a variant. Because they would have to change things around. Switch controller pairing is ass. I could see it, yeah. The Puck though is huge because I have this. This is wireless. I actually have a I don't use it because it's kind of dog shit. And also, I don't play wireless. I have this. This is it's got USB on this side, and then there's little charging contacts, right? And you set the controller down, and it charges. This is not a transmitter. This is only a charger. This doesn't transmit anything. So when you're playing with the controller, you don't connect to this. This is just a charger. You still have to use Bluetooth, which fucking sucks. Bluetooth is awful for controllers on PC. Bluetooth is really unreliable, and it has a small delay. Very imperceptible, almost imperceptible, but still a delay. I don't know, man. I play with a Wiimote on PC. That's crazy. I play with a Rock Band drum set.
Combination wireless adapter.
But yeah,
and
having this
magnetic
is
charger included with
huge,
every Steam
massive.
controller. Snap it on to charge. Once you're charged up, snap it off again. You can
Is this a
play
delay
over
with anything
Bluetooth
wireless? Well,
or-
yeah, but like this is going to be imperceptible. I hope, at least, because this is cool. By the way, you can play with 2 controllers on one Steam Deck. The Bluetooth, you can perceive it a little bit. It's not bad, but it's. I think they said 8 milliseconds. Yeah, that's almost undetectable.
Wired connection too. The new Steam controller works with any device running Steam or Steam Link, whether it's a PC, Mac, handheld, smartphone, Steam Deck, or the new Steam machine. Oh,
That's just a huge list.
this is the new
That's
Steam
insane.
machine.
Here's the GameCube. I have
Steam Machine is a powerful gaming PC.
Couple
in
problems
a
with this
small
one,
but
actually.
mighty package, designed for your games on the big screen. It's quiet too, which is crazy since it's 6 times more powerful than a Steam Deck. Powered by a discrete, semi-custom AMD GPU, enabling 4K gaming at 60 frames per second with FSR.
with FSR. That's a huge fucking asterisk. That's massive. I know USB-C on front. We'll get to that. So the controllers with trackpads that are patented. Valve has not released another Steam controller until now because they have faced challenges with designing something that doesn't infringe on those patents. Having dual trackpads is very important to them. They make a controller that puts the stick where you want them. It ended up with trackpads in places that would infringe on other patents. I don't understand. You have to show me the patents because how could the placement of the trackpad matter? I just don't. I don't get it. Like I know what you're saying. I understand what you're saying. There's a patent issue, but I don't understand how. And I also maybe it's not even worth. It's not even worth like really like diving into because it's like okay. There's nothing I can do about it, right? So it's like if they're not going to make a different controller, they're not going to make a different controller.
Steam Machine runs SteamOS, made for a bigger screen.
But FSR is so okay. Yeah, okay. 2 USBs in the front. No USB-C. No, actually 2 USBs is barely enough. You could use a dock or a splitter, sure. Pro Controller does cite Microsoft's controller patent. Maybe paying royalties to use the pattern? Interesting. Think I'll get a Steam machine to replace my NVIDIA Shield. I want to know how much these all cost. If this is like $800, it's probably really fucking good. If this is $2,000, it's probably useless. You know what I mean? Like I don't know how strong this is. I do like that you can use it as a regular computer though. That's pretty cool.
For gaming in your living
Oh yeah. I was gonna say
FSR.
2 USB ports.
Steam Machine runs SteamOS,
Kinda lame.
made for a bigger screen.
4, maybe 2, and then 2 USB-Cs, maybe? I'm saying sub 700. That would be insane. That would be crazy. They're saying it's 4 or 6 times as powerful as a Steam Deck, and those are like $400, right? Your headset's $899. I thought that it was 1,000 or over 1,000. I thought the price wasn't like confirmed. Says the computer would be priced equivalent, like a equivalent PC, not a console. Yeah, so it's going to be like 1,200 at least. At least. Shield is goated, but it's from 2019, and NVIDIA has no plans on upgrading them. Yeah, I mean, yeah. NVIDIA is not in the hardware game at all anymore. I mean, they are for their GPUs, but like, they're so up their ass with fucking AI that it's just, they won't fucking give a shit about a Shield. Valve Index is still $1,000. I doubt their new headset will ship for less. I mean, the Index is fundamentally obsolete now. It has been actually for a little while. I mean, it's not like unusable. I still use my fucking Vive, which is made obsolete by the Index, but it is obsolete. No one should be buying an Index anymore. They might even just phase it out. GameCube, yeah, it's a GameCube. Index is officially end of life. No, okay, yeah, that makes sense. Biggest problem I have with this, there's an SD card on there. I think the biggest SD card you can get, I think, is 1 terabyte now. That's like nothing. And also, SD cards are slow as fuck. Like, they're really not fast at all. You could put some games on there, maybe, but like loading screens are going to be a bitch. They should have
Built
I
for
think they
gaming
show
in
it
your
at some
living
point.
room?
This front panel comes off, and there's like a grill. That's where the cooling comes in. There should be minimum an M.2 slot in there that you can install a new M.2 drive, or again, minimum one, what's it called? 2.5-inch hard drive bay that you could slide in like a SATA SSD into. There's only 512 on the base model right now. It's crazy. Yeah, it's super low. The base model should at least come with a terabyte. There's phones with 512 gigs. Like, that's insanely slow. That's insanely low. And it's probably not even fast, which doesn't really matter. In 5 years, that'll be one game. Yeah. I mean, like, yeah, it's just, it doesn't, I don't know. They need to have, sorry, I can't stop fucking with this guy. He's so soft. They need to have expansion options. If they want this thing to be PC competitive, right? And people use it as a computer, like what? Okay, they show someone they show someone right now, I think streaming. They've got a camera, they have a microphone, they have a light, they got a stream deck. And what if they record locally, like I do? Where's all that data going to go? Where's all the videos going to go? Where are they going to store that? Yeah, external hard drive, maybe, I guess, but that's slow. Think it'd be a perfect living room PC? Yeah, I think it'd be a great entertainment system PC. It's not going to be good for like people that are doing shit that isn't just playing a couple games. To a NAS, I guess, but like, I mean, there's like 100 people in the US that have a fucking NAS in their house. 101 next week because I'll have one soon. But like, there's not that many people that have NASs. Very, very few people have a NAS.
Your office, or wherever you play, with the rest of your PC accessories. Steam Machine
How's it going,
borrows some
Cubone?
great features from Steam Deck.
Hope you're doing
like
well.
lightning fast sleep and wake.
Wait.
Steam Machine borrows some.
There's one USB-C, two more USBs. I didn't know they had this. That's actually a big improvement. There should be USB-C on the front. I think that no one can argue against that. There should be at least one. HDMI and DisplayPort. That's, I mean, you could probably have two monitors, hopefully, right? The equivalent desktop CPU and GPU combo for this device is around 560. That's actually almost concerning. That means this is going to be pretty weak. Not terrible, but not very strong.
Like lightning fast sleep and wake. And
People
SD
have called
card
it the
slot
GameCube,
to
yeah.
easily expand your storage. And bring some new tricks of its own.
I want a little
Like a customizable
hatch on the top
LED
that pops up and has a
which
little
can show
tiny
different
disc in it.
system functionalities. Or your own light show. Steam Machine is a PC, so run whatever software
I had to pay an
you
extra
want.
$20 to get
And it works
USB-C in the
with
front of
all
my
your
case.
favorite
That sucks.
desktop and gaming accessories.
I don't get it. I don't know
Steam
why
Machine is
USB-C is
designed to
still
work
fucking
hand-in-hand with the Steam
treated so
controller,
poorly.
With the low latency, wireless connectivity.
You
of
missed the three
Steam controller
USBs on the front? No, I
Works with
didn't.
all your favorite desktop
What?
and gaming accessories.
That's one USB-C, or sorry, one USB 3, two USB 3, hopefully it's 3, and an SD card slot. I already talked about those.
Steam Machine is designed to work
Clearly meant to make
hand-in-hand with
PC
the Steam
gaming accessible for
controller,
console
with the
gamers.
low
That's true.
latency,
That's true.
Wireless connectivity of the Steam controller puck built right in, and it's great for streaming your games.
That's actually, that makes a lot of sense.
Tablet,
Also, the
laptop,
fact, yeah, actually, you know
Steam-
what? You're right. Because they said that it has the Steam Puck connectivity built into this. So you're right. You could probably buy this and then add a Steam controller for like $30. And then you just plug and play. Oh, you have Steam. You can play your games now.
Steam Deck or Steam Frame.
I'm finally starting to phase USB-A out of my house. That's
This is
crazy.
Steam Frame.
This is the most exciting part to me. Not as small as a Big Screen Beyond, but it has some
Steam Frame is
features
Valve's
that the
next
Big Screen Beyond does
generation VR
not.
Hardware. Stream all your Steam games, VR and non-VR alike, in this comfortable, lightweight, wireless VR headset. Steam Frame uses camera-based tracking, so getting
Also-
into your games is as easy as
Thank God they got this is a Vive. This is technically not a Steam controller, but like they worked with HTC to make this. This is dog shit. This fucking touchpad like directional press button thing. I fucking hate this. This is the worst part about the Vive. It's awful. And the fact that there's this one button here, this button which always, no matter what game you're in, is the Steam menu. You cannot rebind it. There's these buttons on the side. Both of them are linked to the same hotkey. You can't press these individually. And then a trigger. That's it. There's very little. I'm glad VR controllers have started to standardize. They should have always been a controller split in half. They always should have been, at least for the top controls. Is the Nintendo Wii I've heard so much about? No.
Slipping on the headset and waking it up. Steam Frame controllers, included with the headset, are designed with all the inputs you need for your VR titles, like motion controls and capacitive tracking for all your fingers, as well as a split gamepad layout to work with your whole Steam
so much better, dude.
They even feature the same magnetic thumbsticks as Steam Controller. For
Obsolete developers can give us a reason to care about VR.
Steam Frame also pairs seamlessly with the
well,
new
there's
Steam
some fun
controller,
VR shit.
a great companion for playing non-VR games.
This is big too. You can go into your fucking backyard and play Steam in AR, by the way. Not in VR. You're not in a fucking black dark bubble with a screen. You're in your environment that you're in. And there's a big screen in front of you. This is cool. This is really cool.
In the headset.
I like that the frame is standalone. Me too.
Smooth and stable, no
I'm gonna bring up all the points that I love about this.
Wireless adapter that lets you stream your games from your PC to your headset over a fast and dedicated Wi-Fi 6 connection. And the game is streamed to your frame optimized for VR, using new technology that allows for the highest resolution streaming exactly where your eyes are looking.
That's cool too. That's been around, but it's cool.
Running Steam OS. In addition to streaming, you can install and play a bunch of VR and non-VR games right in the headset without a host PC. You can also expand your onboard storage to fit even more games with a micro SD card. Steam controller, Steam machine, and Steam frame.
I think that's pretty much it. That's pretty much it. The rest is just talking about like when it's coming out and shit, right? Okay, the biggest competitor for the Steam frame is going to be USB Wi-Fi instead of PCIe Wi-Fi. It's fine. It's not going to be an issue. With USB 3, USB 3 is really fast. It's surprisingly fast. The biggest competitor for the Steam frame is the Big Screen Beyond 2. Let me tell you the things that Big Screen Beyond 2 doesn't have that this does. That makes me way more excited for this than I was thinking about maybe someday if I had the money to get a Big Screen Beyond 2, just if I had like excess money, right? This, you can install games on it. You can play games straight from the thing. You can take it to a friend's house without bringing a computer. You can play games straight on the device. Inside out tracking. You don't need base stations. I have 2 of them here for the Vive. You need those also. You still need base stations for the Big Screen Beyond 2. It does not have inside out camera tracking. You cannot the Big Screen Beyond does not come with controllers. You have to buy those separately. Good luck with occlusion with inside out. What's wrong with that? Inside tracking is inferior. It's not as good, but it's completely fine. There's so many people that own like the Quest, the Meta Quest, or whatever, and it's perfectly fine. I have issues with these often, where I'm like moving my head and it just stops tracking and then it like does a weird twist thing. This has AR. Big Screen Beyond does not have AR. You can see through this into your environment because of the cameras. I own a Quest. It's pretty good, right? I also did, and the occlusion killed it for me. What occlusion are you talking about? Also, the eye tracking. I don't know if Big Screen Beyond has it, but the eye tracking, where it knows where you're looking and it focuses the detail and resolution there so that you're getting more performance out of your device, is huge. Aren't the outside cameras monochrome? Probably, yeah. Hand in front of another loses tracking of second hand. Yeah, I guess. Yeah, probably. New Valve headset has eye tracking. Oh, they are. Wait, you said that the Big Screen Beyond does have that? I have Rift S, and that's old, and the occlusion works fine enough for most things. Yeah, I mean, like, I don't think that happens that often where you are blocking one hand with another. It's huge trust. Oh, I said the cameras are monochrome. I see what you're saying. Pavlov is unplayable. I wonder, though, if this does have support for lighthouses, though. Like, okay, that's a problem, right? You're bringing up a very valid point. Is there a fix for it? That's a huge thing that I think they should touch on. It doesn't. I'm not asking if it they said that it has no support for, or it doesn't come with them. You have to hold the guns with that specific manner. What gun are you holding, like, one hand in front of the other, like, so specifically? Does not support or require lighthouses. That's too bad. Foregrip? Yeah, and guess what? I can see both my hands just fine. I can see both of them just fine. I'm not holding one up here and one down here. You're not holding the gun on top of the gun. There's no grip on top of the gun and then below the gun where you're going to be blocking it like that. Maybe you're holding the guns wrong, man. Elbow's too pointy. This console's trash. I mean, we'll see. We'll see when it comes out. I'm sure. Okay, Pavlov is one of the biggest VR games. You have to play Pavlov to know. Pavlov is one of the biggest. I have played Pavlov. It's one of the biggest VR games that's out right now. It's one of the most played ones, right? It's. I think it might be the most played, other than like VR chat. VR game on Steam. Valve is not gonna just let it not be playable on their headset. It's gonna be fine, I'm sure. Maybe that's cope, maybe, but Valve really, they've done very little to make me not trust them. What headset were you experiencing this on? Oh, you're talking about Kurt or me? Because I haven't. I have never had issues with occlusion. The only issues with occlusion I've had is if my controllers go under my desk. Pavlov probably runs natively on the new headset. Oh, I'm sure it does. Yeah. Never heard of this game? It's like a gun simulator. It's actually like a really pretty high quality one. I owned a Rift S and a Quest 2 and 3. How many cameras do those have? Maybe this one has better cameras. Maybe it has more cameras with wider angles and they can see more. I don't know. I can't tell you. I've never used it. I couldn't actually accurately tell you. But we'll see. I'm gonna go back to the game though. Let's play more Resident Evil because it's been like like fucking 45 minutes. No, it's been half an hour for a 6-minute video, by the way. Can I say if I had any occlusion issues on my Rift S for anything in front of me? Yeah, I don't. Like I said, the only problems I've had is my controllers being hidden by the desk. What was question of the day? I didn't have one. I also don't like a battery and OS on my face. Okay, battery, sure. OS is such an arbitrary thing that doesn't make any sense to not like. The weight on my cheeks is crazy. I mean, what do you have right now? I have a fucking HTC Vive, and that thing is not even that heavy. The camera coverage may be worse. On the Q2, yeah, the Quest ones are definitely going to be worse. Battery goes in the back of the head. Well, there you go. I don't know why. I feel like you're coming out really hot, wanting to hate something that has not you haven't used yet, that hasn't hit the market yet. Which is fine. Like if you have reasons to, sure. But like maybe wait and see. Last did a good video showing how he couldn't feel the headset tracking. Or couldn't fool the headset tracking. That is a big deal. Okay, Linus is maybe not everyone's favorite YouTuber. I don't think he's anyone that he's not someone that anyone would expect to lie about shit like that, right? I'm mad because they made 2K and my 2K investment obsolete. Are you getting mad because your knives are worth less money? If that's the case, you should not be investing in fucking knives in a video game. Oh, you're talking about your hardware. Oh, okay, never mind. I thought you were talking about the CS changes they made. They're not dropping support for what you already have. Oh, okay, are you saying that because do you have an index and you're saying that you're annoyed that they're making it obsolete? That's like a 6-month or 6-year-old VR headset, right? Knife stocks in shambles. I think it's actually really funny. I don't have any horse in the race. And even the people that do, they don't seem to be bothered by it very much. There we go. The base stations. Again, it's a 6-year-old purchase. Oh, you have a Beyond. Okay, your Beyond is not obsolete. Your Beyond is possibly going to be a better experience than the frame. The frame has things that I like, but the Beyond has better resolution. It's tiny. Also, is the Beyond wireless? We're also looking at insanely different price points. The Beyond is going to be a premium option because it's extremely expensive. If you have a computer that can power it, and you have the setup, you're going to have a better time in VR than the frame. The frame's going to be 900 bucks, or whatever. It's going to be half the price. Valve isn't the only company making base stations. Other VR headsets may still require them, and Steam OS still supports them. I kind of do wish the frame supported them, though. I do. Because if you have them, it's just better tracking. Can the Beyond get a software update to work with new base stations? I don't know. I'm not sure. Oh, mermaid ball. Oh wait, I can go back. At least the controllers. All I'm upset about. You're upset about the controllers? Wait, the new Valve controllers look sick. I don't know if you saw those or have a comment about those, but those look awesome. I hope that you can buy those for old headsets. I can't use them. They're only for the frame. Really? Oh, that's too bad. That actually sucks. One of them was waiting for them. Oh, okay. See what I mean? Yeah, I mean, kind of. I mean, okay. What are the other controllers on the market? There's Index controllers. Yeah. They're definitely better than like the Vive. Here's them for reference. Like compared to the frame controllers, there's just so many more buttons. Shit. So many more buttons, and they don't use the... I don't like the capacitive shit. If you're in VR, it feels worse. I don't know. Index is not sold anymore. I thought they don't sell the controllers anymore? The rest of stuff lets you grab stuff using your hands. But yeah, you can do that with... No, I'm not talking about the capacitive stuff down here. I'm talking about the ones with your thumbs. The Index controller capacitors suck. Who else is making controllers? They discontinued it as of the announcement. That's dumb. That's dumb. I think, can anyone make controllers? See what I mean? A little bit, yeah. Can anyone make controllers for VR, or does it have to be made by the person that made the VR headset? Like, they're kind of mix and match, right? But also, I think the games have to support that specific controller too, right? I think they should just be standardized. They should all be standardized. They'll be available early 2026, so it won't be long. Yeah, but like, what Kurt is saying, which I'm on his side now for this specific thing, is he has a big screen Beyond, and he can't use the Index controllers, and he cannot buy... Sorry, he can't buy Index controllers, and he can't use the frame controllers, which is dumb. Another company makes Index knockoffs for $400 with analog grips. I guess it's better than nothing. Shut the fuck up! Where are you even? Why did it sound like he was on top of that house? Dead? They should be standardized, and I think that's why VR has had a hard time getting mainstream acceptance. Yeah, true. How dramatic? I know, dude. It's like a 15-second death animation. Yeah, I think VR is just, it's crazy how long it's been in a weird spot. I think it's in a weird spot because it's almost like a catch-22 situation where no one's making exceptional hardware, because no one's making exceptional games, and no one's making exceptional games because no one's making exceptional hardware. Maybe in the long run, the frame controllers will become a new standard, and people will start making them like that. Because people are always going to gravitate towards making things that are supported by Steam itself, because they're like almost the entire PC ecosystem for gaming. So if we see more controllers, assuming Steam didn't isn't blocking people from making similar controllers, we should be seeing other companies come out with maybe Big Frame, or Big Screen Beyond, I mean. Sorry, not Big Frame, Big Screen Beyond. Maybe they're making controllers. Maybe they're working on it. I don't see why they wouldn't. Especially now that they have an open slot to make controllers for. Because if Steam's not making them, someone needs to. Someone's got to make that profit.